Hi, this is Munson from Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you can strum through a song called Sweet City Woman by the Stampeders. And we're going to start out with kind of that opening lick, actually. We're going to talk about some easy ways to do it and then kind of talk about some of the licks through the tune. We're going to start out on a G major chord. When we play G major, first finger goes to the A string on the second fret, second finger goes to the low E string on the third fret, and the third finger goes to the high E string on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds like a G major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now you may want to consider playing another G major where you do second finger on the A string, second fret, third finger on the low E string, third fret, and the pinky on the high E string, third fret. And if you strum all those together, it's still the same note, so we're still playing a G major, but what it does is it frees you up to go to something called G sus, where you do the first finger on the B string, first fret, second finger on the D string, second fret, third finger stays on the low E string, third, and the pinky stays on the high E string, third. And if you strum those together, I'm kind of muting out the A string on that. That's called G sus or G suspended. And there's this cool little lick at the very, very beginning where you may want to do kind of G with a down, up, down, and then do the G sus with kind of a down, and then hit a up on the G, and then a down, up, down, and then hit the G sus on the up, and then go to G with the up, down. So you got G with kind of down, up, G sus, up, G, down, G sus on the up, G on the up, down, Might be kind of cool for a G lick through the tune. And then from the G, we're going to be going to an A minor chord. When we play A minor, first finger goes to the B string on the first fret, second finger goes to the D string on the second fret, and the third finger goes to the G string on the second fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. Now through the tune though, between these two chords, actually there's this really cool bass line where you play low E on the third, and then open D, and then low E on the third, and then open D. And then on the A chord you play open A, and then open D, and open A, and open D. So if you wanted to, you could even kind of abbreviate your A minor and do just first finger on the B string, second finger on the G string, second fret. And then you kind of open it up a little bit to kind of have that D note and the bass on your A minor chord. So you may want to think about that too. And then the A minor, we could kind of simulate that same strum pattern, that down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and another A minor, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and then go back to the G for the down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, G, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's what it kind of sounds like through the tune. So just to try that a couple times, you got G, down, up, down, up, down, G, up, down, G, up, down, A minor, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, A minor, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, G, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now a lot of times with a song like this, especially if I'm going to sing it though, I like a really consistent strum pattern. And one of my favorite 4/4 strum patterns for a song like this is down, down, up, down, up. So if you did G and just tried that a lot, you could have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So another way to work the tune is kind of working that strum pattern with that strum pattern through the song. You'd have G with a down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, A minor, 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 down, down, up, down, G, down, 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 G, down, 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 up. Now one other strum pattern I would think about using because of the feel of the tune there is something called a 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is right now our down, down, up, that's kind of dividing the beat into two parts. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that beat into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns to work with is a down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up. And if we took the G and just tried that, what I mean by that is you do it down for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the first beat. And then on the next beat, you do it down on 1, down on 3, up on 4. So you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And then on the third beat, you do it up on 2, down on 3. So you have up, down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, down, 1, up, down. And on the last beat, you go down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So then you got down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So all together, you got down, 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 up. because of that bass line though, that 3 to the open, that might be kind of a cool thing to kind of try and get into your strum pattern too. And one way to kind of work that is you could take the G and do kind of a bass down up and then hit the D string and then a down up. So G with low bass, down up, D with the bass, down, G with low bass, down, D string bass, down, G with low bass, down, D string bass, down. And on the A minor you can do that same kind of idea between the A string and the D string to kind of get that bass line from the tune into the song. So that might be kind of a cool thing to try. You'd have G with a bass, down up, D bass, down up, G bass, D bass, A minor with an A 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 bass, D bass, G with low E bass, down, D bass, down, G with bass, down, D bass, G, D, G, D, A minor, D, A minor, D, A minor with an A bass, D bass, A minor with an A bass, D bass, G with low E bass, D bass, G with low E bass, D bass. And then we're basically repeating that through the song until we get to our bridge part. And on our bridge part, there's this really cool little bass line where you can play 3rd fret on the low E string, and then we do that 3rd fret on the low E string some more, and then we do 3rd fret on the low E string some more, and then we go to open A, and then second on the A, 3rd on the A, and then open D, or 2nd on the D, and then open D. So we got 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 0, 2, 3, and then 2 back on the A string. Yeah, let's go there. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 0, 2, 3, 2, and then you almost start that over again with 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 0, 2, 3, 0, open D, and then 2nd on the D, and then open D. So it's almost like the same lick, but with a kind of a different tag. F, G, A, B, C, D, E, D. So we want to throw that in. And then we almost go to some blocking chords right after that. We can play a C major chord. When we play C major, first finger goes to the B string on the 1st fret, second finger goes to the D string on the 2nd fret, the 3rd finger goes to the A string on the 3rd fret, and it's almost like a big hit on the C major with kind of a down. And then we go to G with a down, and then we go to a D major chord. And when we play D major, first finger goes to the G string on the 2nd fret, second on the high E string on the 2nd fret, and 3rd finger on the B string on the 3rd fret. If you strum just the D to the high E string, that sounds like D major chord. That sounds really, really happy. And then we go back to G major, and then we go back to D major, and then we kind of pick it up back on our strum pattern on the G at the very, very end. We can do that more. Any of those ways we were talking about, that kind of down, up, down, up. Let's see, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. It's kind of a waiting move. Or you could even just stay on the G with a down, down, up, down, up, G, down, down, up, down. Or you could do it with a 16th, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up. Or you could even be using kind of that bass down, up idea with the basses that we were talking about on the G. So it's kind of like a waiting G before you start the next verse. So if we tried it through that whole bridge, you'd have the G, 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 A, B, C, B, G, 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 A, B, C, D, E, D, and then we got a C chord, G chord, D chord, G chord, D chord, and then we kind of pick it back up on the G. And then from there, then we go back into our verse part. So we can kind of work that with all those different ways. So we tried that all those different ways. We'd have a G with a down, up, just says on the down, up, just says on up, down, A minor, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, A minor, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, G, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Or we could do down, up, down, and we have G with a down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, A minor, 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 down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down. Or you may just want to add basses to that. You could do kind of a G with a bass down, up, down, G, with a bass down, up, down, A minor with an A bass down, up, down, A minor with an A bass down, up, down, A minor with an A bass down, up, down, A minor with an A bass down, up, down, G with a bass down, up, down, G with a bass down, up, bases to that too, and I'm kind of like a bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, or bass, bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, or bass, bass, down, down, up, bass, down, up, down. Very cool to kind of work through. My bass, bass, down, down, up, bass, down, up, down, bass, bass, down, down, up, bass, down, up, down. Or you could kind of be digging on that kind of bass down up idea with the G basses. Cool lead guitar parts that kind of come in. There's this one really cool recurring lick where you play 10 on the high E, and then 8 on the high E, and 7 on the high E, 8 on the high E, 7 on the high E, 8 on the high E, and then we play 8 and kind of slide back to 10 on the high E string. So kind of playing the note and keeping enough pressure to keep the sound to carry. So you got 10, 8, 7, 8, 7, 8, 8, 10, slide. That kind of comes back through the tune. And there's also this cool little lick around some smaller versions of these chords, where another way to play G major, if you do your first finger on the G string 7th fret, second finger on the high 7th fret, third finger on the B string on the 8th fret, it kind of looks like a little D chord. And you can kind of do kind of a down, up, down on that little G chord. And then if you take your first finger, you can kind of flatten them out over the E, B, and G together on the 5th fret, and that's like a little A minor chord. And then right after that, you can slide your first finger down to 3rd fret on the high E and the B string, and take your second finger and kind of go over the G and the B and the E string. So it's almost like a little G chord, down, up, down, and then a little A minor chord with the 5, 5, 5, little G chord with a 3, 3, 4. So might be kind of a cool lick. Down, up, up is what I'm doing on that. So you kind of hear that kind of come back through the tune too. Now for the solo, you may want to kind of experiment playing some notes around an E minor pentatonic scale. And I have a video called Talking with the Guitar that kind of explores a cool way to kind of play that scale. And this would be a really good tune to kind of use as a jam tune over that. So if you're kind of interested in playing more lead guitar stuff, you can check out that video. But that's the basics of how you can strum through Sweet City Woman by the Stampeders. So good luck!